I'll never learn to ride a bike or get cooties. I'll never learn to fly or travel the world with my best friend. And I won't ever get married. I couldn't grow up because I died from an accident. And now I'm a reanimated death spawn from the 7th layer of hell on a quest for dinner. Brains.
Each day, millions of people die. Brothers, sisters, daughters, brothers, husbands and wives. Fathers, mothers, aunts, uncles, grandfathers, grandmothers, cousins, in-laws, drinking buddies, neighbors, co-workers, mailmen, old flames, bartenders, accountants, doctors, and lawyers. And we know your number one concern with their safety is preventing them from becoming zombies and eating the rest of your not dead family.
My son Gage was killed by a truck. I was lost without him. So I took his body to an ancient Mimac Indian burial ground and buried him there. I hoped that he would come back to life. It wasn't until he did come back from life and start killing everyone we know...
I told you not to go down to that cemetery down there,
that I realized the spirits of the Mimac Indians invaded his corpse and made him join the ranks of the undead, or something. That part of the story really never made much sense to me. If only I had Z-Nationwide insurance at the time, my family could have been compensated for their emotional distress and removal of gray matter. But I had State Farm, and they didn't protect against zombies. Why am I so short-sighted, God? Why?
At Z-Nationwide, we believe in protecting what matters most. Your kids, from becoming horrifying, bloodthirsty, brain-eating, lifeless versions of themselves. Together, we can ensure you're dead. Stay dead. Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast for bad movies lovers about bad movies. I'm your host, Justin.
It was the podcast for bad movies and lovers. Like the state, which is it, West Virginia?
It's actually Virginia.
Yeah, it's Virginia.
Yeah,
What's West Virginia for? For rednecks?
West Virginia, where you go to buy muskets.
Where you go to help the sheep get over the fence. Yes.
Oh, I thought that was Montana.
Sam and Jackie are here.
Hello.
I was going to properly introduce you guys, but now you got me talking about Virginia. So the reason they are the state of lovers is because they at first were going to be the state for newly-wed lovers, the state for dog lovers, the state for beach lovers, the state for vacation lovers, tree lovers, and they couldn't come up with anything, and everybody was just like, this is bullshit, we should just have it be for lovers. Funny thing that was happening when they started pushing this state for lovers thing in the marketing and in the magazines and the touristing and the wherever you push your state motto when you first invent it. There was a huge court case happening at the Supreme Court level that was the law for Virginia's can't have interracial marriage law.
Oh, well.
The state for lovers, unless you like people of the opposite race.
Yes.
Or other races. However,
and they probably didn't like the gays either.
Probably, well, I imagine that it's still not the state for gay lovers.
I've been
That's
there.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
The most impressive thing they have is a suspension bridge and a sweet cemetery.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Is it
in
a
Crystal...
pet cemetery?
It's Arlington.
Yeah.
No.
It's really sweet, though. I took some awesome pictures of the gravestones.
I have not heard of anybody coming back from the dead by being buried in Arlington, unfortunately.
That'd be a bad deal. It's an army of dead.
It's going to lead us right into our Netflix do's and don'ts.
Oh.
Yeah, or streaming do's and don'ts, because actually these are all Netflix movies. But, for guys, 5 guys come back from Vietnam and join a Brotherhood of Death. Remember that one?
Yep.
Yeah, the anti the counterculture to the blaxploitation movie. It was a blaxploitation movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun that they shot all of the Ku Klux Klan guys, but at the same time, it wasn't a very good movie. It wasn't very entertaining. I was just thinking, it's a don't for me.
I kind of liked it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought it was really slow.
It was very slow. It took a long time to get there.
When you got there, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoy any time the KKK, and the weird thing about it is they weren't the KKK. They were the KKK.
KKKK?
Yeah, 4 Ks. I don't know what the fourth one was for. I really enjoy it when the KKK or white supremacists or any dickhead in general on film looks like a total fucking idiot. Not like a douche. Not like, hey, you guys suck, but when they're fucking dumb as shit. They're tripping over their shoelaces. They're killing each other more than they're killing the guys that they're trying to kill.
Yeah.
I love that shit. That whole thing into Django where they couldn't get their fucking mask on or even see out of them because they're fucking redneck retards.
Yeah.
Those people should be made fun of and they should all get shot in the movies.
By themselves.
By themselves, mostly. Jackie, what do you have to say?
I don't remember this one.
Because you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Oh no! This is going to be another week where I didn't watch half of these.
You haven't seen a movie in like 7 years or something. You saw Deadly Prey. That was about it.
That was sweet.
It was sweet.
Yeah, Deadly Prey was pretty sweet.
Yeah, still can't get over that one. So I give Brotherhood of Death a do, for sure. It takes a while to get there, but...
That just took way too long to get there.
Yeah,
and the Vietnam thing that was like in the same woods.
Yeah, what?
That took way too long.
Why is that even in the movie? I guess that you have to know that they have military training and that they're badasses, I guess.
Yeah.
Moving on. 6 Bullets with JCVD and his son and daughter.
Super surprised that this has so many high ratings.
I am super surprised that it had so many low ratings.
Really?
It was either everybody was like, this movie's shit, or this movie is awesome. I thought it was just completely meh.
Yeah, bah. And I'm going to say don't because of it.
I say totally don't.
And that he killed off his own daughter too fast in that one.
Had one of the best opportunities for being like, yeah, because his actual life son plays his movie son. His daughter, his real life daughter, is in the film. She's a bad guy, but not related to his character.
Yeah, which that would have been great if he would have been playing both sides with his kids. I would have been like, yeah,
that was good.
That would be awesome.
The end shootout was really poorly filmed. But it had some, this is kind of dumb moments in it that I enjoyed a little bit.
There was some sparse, this is too dumb throughout the movie.
Yeah, but it's not a bad storyline. It's one of those, Eastern European
overdone
sex slave things that's so overdone. But it is a actual thing.
Yeah.
It does happen, and, having a guy...
Taken.
Go in, the Taken and the Hostile, kind of. Go in and kill all those guys, because fuck those guys also. Fuck the KKK, and fuck Eastern European sex slave traders.
Once again, no comment.
Yeah, Jackie didn't
Just gotta throw in my 2 cents.
I say do not.
Do not.
Next one is Betrayal, also known as Lady Jane Killer.
This shit couldn't even keep me awake.
Directed by one Mark L. Lester, a Tinker Madness favorite.
Which this is not. Wait a second.
No, this shit sucked.
This shit sucked, yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Remar.
Oh, I know. I remember. I fell asleep with the first time I watched
Laniak.
it. We had to do this in 2 goes.
French Bird. Adam Baldwin.
Yeah, Adam Baldwin, who I accused at various points of the movie of not even being in the movie. I thought he was just they took some Adam Baldwin stuff and just threw it in the movie.
Yeah.
But it turns out by the end of it, he was actually in the movie.
And then for no real particular reason.
No!
He does nothing.
I watched this one.
Yeah. You watched 90% of it, I think?
Yeah, I watched the majority of this. I actually watched the whole thing.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And I played freemium games on my tablet because...
Which is pretty much all you do anyways.
Right, but it was so... I mean, I would have had more fun watching one of the dogs drag its ass on the carpet.
That thing is
funny.
better than that!
No, it's not.
This is the
if
best
there was
thing!
a worm hanging out of a dog's butt and it was like, but then it realized that we don't have any carpet, it's just all hardwood floor, and it was trying to squeak out this worm out of his butt, doing the butt worm dance.
I would rather watch that than Star Wars. That's not a basis for comparison. That shit is the most funniest thing you can possibly imagine.
Well, this movie sucked.
The old tube steak boogie.
That's not what that means.
That's not that one at all.
Tape,
Oh boy.
tapeworm boogie?
I don't think. Yeah. Well.
If he won't do
moving
it,
on.
Just wait alone.
Betrayal is a do not.
Yeah, betrayal is a do not.
Sorry, Mark. Maybe next time. So, there you go. That's what we got done this week.
Well, in Mark L. Lester's defense, Albert Pune has provided us with a few that weren't very good either.
You know what? The one thing that was fun that came out of this movie was the realization that Jerry Remar has been in some decent stuff. He's had some decent success as a B-movie actor, and he is kind of along the same lines of a guy as Jeff Fahey.
So does he go by Jerry? Are you friends with him?
I said Jerry Remar.
His name's James Remar.
James Remar. Whatever.
Jerry, my buddy. Well, I didn't know if you knew him.
Jer.
Like if you guys went to coffee yesterday.
Oh yeah, of course.
He goes by Jerry.
He comes to my house and we
Instead
play
of James.
Pinnacle and we talk about betrayal nonstop.
Yeah.
Okay, James Remar and Dustin Fahey.
Yeah.
What?
Geoff Fahey.
Geoff Fahey. Who's a better B movie actor?
Better B-movie actor Jeff Fahey, who's a better actor James Remar. He has support in a lot of decent stuff. He's the bad guy in 48 Hours.
Yeah, but Jeff Fahey is the helicopter pilot in Lost.
Oh, I never saw that. That's TV.
And he was in something good recently.
The Lawnmower Man?
Yeah, he's the bad guy in Lawnmower Man.
He's the Lawnmower Man in Lawnmower Man.
Yeah. Is the Lawnmower Man actually a bad guy?
I have more respect, even though I think they're both fun guys. I would think of Remar as more of a classic actor.
I would like to see Remar team up with Fahey for a buddy cop movie, and the bad guy is Busey.
No, see, I would like, if it was a buddy cop movie with guys that weren't ever super famous, it would be Remar and Clancy Brown.
Who's Clancy Brown?
The bad guy in Highlander. The first Highlander. He's also in SpongeBob. You've seen Clancy Brown 100 times, you just don't recognize him.
Oh.
I like my idea better.
No, because people know who Jeff Fahey is.
Yeah, well,
most people don't know who James Remar.
Buddy cop movie, and they take down Gary Busey, and it just turns out that it was all a big misunderstanding, and they all become drinking buddies and open a bar together. At the end,
what is it? The
Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers bar
with Jeff Fahey. Wasn't he in that movie?
No, Dudikoff was in that movie.
Dudikoff. Oh, Dudikoff could totally have a cameo in my movie.
He can have a cameo in every movie.
Yeah. Jackie, what do you got for your rant this week? Because we're bringing it back for this week.
For this week, I have a great rant. And it's actually a tip of the hat.
Wagging the finger?
The tip of the hat.
Tip of the penis?
Tip of the penis, yes, that's a good one.
Just the tip.
Because I would like to say male nudity in movies rocks. Full frontal male nudity in movies rocks.
All right.
And I was unaware. Originally when I started this rant, it was like, there's not a whole lot of movies with some full frontal business.
Not as many as booby movies. You're correct about that.
Right. But then I started doing some research. And this is what I found, gentlemen. We'll start with the most recent.
These are movies with dongs in them?
Well, just wait.
Okay, all right.
According to IMDb.
IMDb.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Every time.
The most popular male frontal nudity feature films by a couple of... I just picked out a few years here.
Okay, all right.
In 2007, Into the Wild was number 1.
Into the Wild?
I don't know, I never heard of it, but I thought
Isn't
maybe
that
you guys
the Eddie Vedder soundtrack?
Yeah, with...
The guy that goes into the woods and becomes
the
jungle bunny.
I don't remember his wiener being in that movie.
I don't really either. But I could understand it because he's kind of a hippie, natural type guy.
Yeah.
Get his dog out and run with some wildlife. Fine.
So I also got the number 3 movie from the 2007 because I know that we've all seen this. Teeth.
Oh, yes. Teeth did have
Teeth.
some penises.
Yes.
Some ex-penises.
Yeah, some penises that got chopped off.
Used to be penises. I guess they're still penises. They're just
not attached.
Full penises.
Detachable penis.
In 2010, the number 1 dong movie was Shutter Island.
There was a
There was
dong
a
in
dong in
Shutter
Shutter
Island?
Island?
I know, I'm going to have to watch that one again because I do not
Oh,
remember
don't put
Don't
yourself
even
through
waste
Awesome
that.
Dong
time.
in
Jesus.
Shutter Island, but
Just
that
go
got
by
rated
that,
number one for
Kip-
Best Dong in 2010.
Go buy that
Huh.
Kip Winger Playboy and
See it.
save your time.
Dong. Yeah.
In
And
2012,
be disappointed.
the number one Dong movie was Django Unchained.
Django.
Django.
Also had no dongs in it.
Yes, it did.
Where?
The
When?
slaves showed their dongs.
They did?
Yeah, when they were being sold. There were some slave dongs.
Like, from a long shot away. That's not a dong movie.
But apparently had the most dong in it, or the best dongs.
Oh, so like the highest amount of dongs? Or is it just because they're black?
Most
Dong-
popular male frontal
it's-
nudity.
yeah,
So
this-
people voted that Django Unchained had the best dongs in it
Huh.
in 2012. In
This is
2013,
nonsense.
the best dong movie was The Wolf of Wall Street.
There was some dong
That's
in that movie.
all. So,
Yep.
what is it?
Actually,
Shame?
there was only one dong in that movie. You know whose dong it is?
Hmm.
What's his kid name? The fat guy.
I don't.
The
I didn't
funny
see
fat
it.
guy. Everybody likes
Jonah
him.
Hill.
Jonah Hill. He pulls his wiener out and beats off a little bit.
So, my question then, to spark some conversation, is if you were going to have to watch...
You're sparking some
Conversation.
controversy.
Oh, boy. Awful.
So, I have decided that if I was going to make a movie and it was going to have full male nudity in it,
Mhm.
I'd go with Chris Evans.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he's been sneaking around the bench about this. He's not in another teen movie where he has the whipped cream on his bits.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he's in a new movie that's going to be coming out called What's Your Number? Where he just holds up like a little towel and he's supposed to be the neighbor guy and he's always naked.
Huh. Maybe
But
his
you never-
number is 10 inches.
So I think this is a shit list because I knew, and I mean, I even saw it on TV that was it Shame? Was that the name of the movie with Fassbinder that was
Yeah.
sort of,
Oh, you're going to talk about how big Fassbinder's dick is.
Well, that's what everybody was talking about. Why is that not on the list? Because you turn on the TV and they're like,
because nobody likes
Fassbinder
dong
has
movies.
3 legs. Well, actually, I did know someone that saw it, and they said, you shouldn't watch this movie because you won't be able to masturbate or have sex again for like 6 months. Because you feel so icky.
That is icky.
But what about you, Sam? If you were going to have to cast a male guy to be full frontal nudity, who would you pick?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I don't know.
set up the whole dunking scene.
Yeah.
And then the one guy that's guarding him gets whacked.
Whacked by a
right
wiener.
in the big wiener.
No, it's just, it's some short guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Short, like a
dunks,
60
dunks over him.
Yeah.
You want me to dunk it? No, I don't want you to dunk it. He dunks it. Whap! Right against the
A character actor who usually plays a Jewish doctor.
face. Slow
It's like
motion.
5'8". He gets dunked on by a naked Shaq.
Yeah. Right in the face. I'm gonna go with Dom DeLuise. Because you know what? I bet you that guy's got some funny dick jokes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just...
Huh.
My pants are off. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I never really put much time into thinking about
if you want...
dick movies.
Yeah, if you want to see the wieners in movies, go to the 70s through the 80s. German and
Scheiser movies?
French. No, they just they're sort of state-funded films that they were not.
Scheiser movies.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the fucking state, the German government funds Scheiser movies.
You heard it here, folks. The German government funds
Actually,
Scheiser
I'm
movies.
with Sam because they do have categories for German, Spanish, and French movies for dongs that were completely separate from this list.
There's a
So
lot.
if you wanted to see those dongs, they were completely separate lists. You had to go in and look at those ones.
I took New German cinema. I was like,
You
wait a
took
sec.
Scheiser movies in college?
They did not Scheiser movies. So New German cinema, and I'm like, so what's the deal, Pete? The guy that was teaching, I was like, was this just like the dong year for this? And he's like, it's really hard to find with these movies without a lot of dongs in them. There's a lot of wieners in this New German cinema.
Because I remember the very first wiener movie I ever saw was Quills.
Quills?
With
Richard
River-
Chamberlain.
No. With River Phoenix.
Phoenix.
No, River Phoenix brother.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
They're brothers?
No,
No.
Jesus Christ, buddy. Of course they're brothers.
Yeah.
They are? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You've been living in a cave. Hey, you should do a movie podcast.
Hey, did you know that Kiefer Sutherland is Donald Sutherland's son?
Holy shit!
You heard it here, folks.
No way. But that was the first dong movie I ever saw, and I remember rewinding that thing going, what the hell? Was that a wiener? And I was so excited. And then I was like, oh, I guess this happens a lot.
There was a wiener in the special edition of the Battlestar Galactica.
You already told the story on this podcast.
Yes. And then the guy didn't know he was the wiener guy.
Edward James almost was like, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Yeah, well, there you go. Wieners.
Been there, done that. That's
so
what you get after
cinema for wieners.
After 75 episodes. You get Sam repeating stories.
And what brought this on, you might ask, gentlemen? Well, I saw Justin's dad's wiener today.
Oh, God damn it.
In the hospital.
That's a lot of information that nobody wants to hear about.
Well, I
cut that out.
You were going to say that you did it because you and your friend were watching that Magic Mike bullshit, and Justin and I are playing Halo, and we hear, look at the size of that guy's wiener! Look at it! It's a big old wiener! We're like in the other room, you're yelling about a big wiener on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was like huge. It was scary huge.
Yeah.
They call him the Hammer. Oh! Uptake, huh? Dear.
Dude.
What is he, a carpenter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the whole Lars von Trier business? The newest Lars von Trier business?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I was thinking about watching it.
Yeah.
Nymphomaniac?
Yeah,
it's like 6 hours long.
Yeah, it's a little too long for a,
it's a two-parter, right?
It's not a softcore porno.
Okay, here's the thing. You don't like Lars von Trier's movies, so you should just stay away from it. I liked Dancer in the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get through Melancholia. It was really hard.
It's the dumbest shit fucking ever.
You watched it?
Melancholia?
No.
You watched it. Yeah, try to keep up here.
No one's seen Nymphomaniac here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I saw it on there, and I guess it's 2 parts, right?
That's
That's
6
why
hours
it's so long.
Yeah, it's 6 hours long of people actually having the intercourses.
Oh, I had a friend of a friend of a friend who saw that movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you have to watch this.
Because there's sex in it. You have to watch it because there's unsimulated sex in it. To which I say, you should probably bang more. Like, what? The people that are all fucking hot to trot over 50 Shades of Grey because it's so tawdry. Ooh, it's not.
Yeah, anybody can
go on the internet.
Just
Google anything. You're gonna see nastier, dirtier things, and you're gonna get grossed out by things on the internet. Stop waiting for these movies. It's like, oh, those people did it, and there's a plot in it.
What was
that
shit? Shit with Antonio.
Like fancy porno.
It's not.
No, that shit with Antonio Banderas and Angelina Jolie that was like...
Oh, The Original Sin.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't... The people were talking about that for like 2 years. It's the sexiest movie ever.
Because there's thrusting. His butt is on camera and he thrusts.
That's exciting.
Yeah. The children of today see the worst things possible on the internet. And here we are being like, he said penis on screen. It fucking is, it makes us look silly. It makes us look stupid as people. It pisses me off.
Yep.
Let me tell you.
PG-13, blow a man's head up, brain matter hitting the camera.
Uh-huh.
PG-13.
Yeah. Which I'm all for.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
But the boobs should be PG-13 at that point, too.
Yeah.
Who gets hurt by the boobs?
Well, if you're a really religious person and you're not supposed to be looking at other people's private parts.
If they're those sharp...
Does it actually hurt you?
If they're banana boobs...
Hurts your soul, Sam.
If they're banana boobs and they whack you in the eye, they hurt you.
Oh, well, maybe.
They could take an eye out.
Yeah. Pointy... Like those cones that Madonna had in the 80s.
Or if they were pierced and you had a pierced lip or something and you were getting sexy and you got stuck and... Had to go to the hospital.
Has this happened to you?
No, I don't have any pierced anything.
I'm sure it happens more than we would probably like to think about. Let's move on here. Sam, why don't you tell us about Hell Squad? Sam's boring bullshit.
Hell Squad, 1986. Directed by Kenneth Hartford or Kenneth Hertz.
Okay.
Hartford is Hertz. Hertz is Hartford.
Finkel and Einhorn.
They're the same guy, and they directed this movie.
Or are they women?
No, it's a dude.
Oh, okay.
who's a they and a he.
It's not as exciting.
Who also directed Monstroid, The Lucifer Complex, and Daughter of the Sun God.
Monstroid, that sounds fun.
Monstroid is somewhat popular.
Daughter of the Sun God sounds fun, too. Kinda. It's a pretty good title.
It sounds like Donger.
The Lucifer Complex has...
You're just hung up on dicks now.
Is there any dongs in this movie?
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
there's
all
any
I care
dongs
about.
in this movie. This is sort of... 86 is really like a dong... Like,
Dong-free zone.
yeah, 80s is a dong-free zone in American cinema.
Mm-hmm. You had to get kind of a little drive-in-y.
Yeah.
You had to search and go into some shady places to even see boobs in movies.
And then
Really?
in like 1988 to like 1996, you couldn't see actual real breasts in movies. It was only inflatables.
Unless James Spader was in that movie.
Ha!
Then you could have tits all over.
No, I'm not saying tits. I'm just saying that every set of boobs in a movie in that period were implants.
Oh, gotcha.
Not that you couldn't see boobs. It was just like, where did all of the real boobs go?
You could not see actual boobs.
Actual...
God-given boobs.
Boobs.
Boobs not made by man.
Yes.
Okay.
Oddly, the Hartford character alternated. He couldn't decide which person he was.
So there's two directors of this movie.
Yes, and it's Kenneth Hartford went by Kenneth Hertz in 1962 and 1980, whereas in 1978 and 1986 he went by Hartford. Which is it? Which one do you like more?
Maybe he had his parents had a bad divorce, and he couldn't disassociate himself with either of them.
Anyway, Donald Glutt wrote...
Speaking of shitty last names.
Donald Glutt. You should remember Donald Glutt, and
Okay.
I'll tell you why later. Donald Glutt wrote the film's screenplay, but withheld the last third from producer-director Kenneth Hartford, also known as Kenneth Hertz, when he wasn't paid. Rather than pay, Hartford and Hertz, or Hartford Hertz, opted to write their own ending, which explains the film's very bizarre final half hour. So he just didn't give him the rest of the screenplay, and Kenneth Hertz was like,
Making it up?
I'll just write my own ending.
Ah.
He didn't make it up as he went along. He wrote it, but he maybe.
And that's what they call in the film industry a Hertz donut.
I don't think so.
Because there's a hole in the movie.
Oh, boy.
Well, I guess it's the end is missing. Somebody took a bite out of the donut.
Coming out of your rear end.
Hertz donut. There you go.
Well, Glutt, you will of course remember, as being mentioned previously on Stinker Madness.
Oh, boy! That's a good show.
Most notably, he is known for how he is most notably known.
Alone.
No.
Lone.
He is known most notably by how he is known notably.
What?
By Stinker Madness.
No.
What?
Yes.
What?
But also no.
This is a Hertz
confused.
donut right here.
Yes. You would know him by different things, most notably.
Okay.
If you're a fan of the comic industry, most notably you would know him for his writing stint on Captain America.
Okay.
Star Wars fans would know him for writing the novelization of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
Film students and independent filmmakers would know him from his some 41 amateur films. Fans of themselves would know him
Fans
from...
of themselves?
Fans of themselves?
I am a big fan of myself.
Would know him from directing various, erotic horror films. Fans of themselves. Erotic horror films.
Fans of... I just don't...
They're spanking it when they watch
Oh,
these.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Fans of
themselves.
These
Get
sound
on the
like
bus.
some great movies.
I'm the biggest fan of myself.
Fans of children's television may recognize him from penning scripts to many popular TV shows, including G.I. Joe, Transformers, Land of the Lost, DuckTales, Spider-Man, X-Men, and GoBots.
Wow, that's a resume.
Fans of Stinker Madness will know him from the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special episode as the creator of many of the characters and the writer of the backstory, which ultimately became the basis for the popular He-Man toy line and television series.
Yes.
Take That, James Burke.
Yeah, Bruce Valanche can kiss Dan Glutt's butt.
Yeah. You're not going to ask who James Burke is?
No.
Connections.
Connections.
All right, never mind. That was a terrible joke.
Connections.
Kenneth Hartford and Kenneth Hertz, or both the same guy, will know him as the dude they fucked on the screenplay to this film.
Okay, that's riveting.
From Donald Glutt's website.
Okay. It's funny that he has a website. Most of these guys don't have websites.
Well, he's been into everything forever.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's been everywhere. This is part of his bio. The end of his bio. Among Don's many interests are paleontology, obviously.
Duh.
Is that word in there?
Yes.
Obviously.
It says in parentheses, obviously. Among Don's many interests are paleontology, obviously. Movies, especially the older horror movies, westerns, serials, film noir, science fiction, and fantasy. Music, playing and listening.
Mm-hmm.
Comic books, motorcycles, reptiles, stage magics.
Stage magics?
Stage magic, sorry.
Oh, boy.
Stage magic.
Is that with a K or a C?
With a C.
Okay. Oh, whew, that was close.
Either way, stage magic.
Stage magics.
Yeah. Stage magic. Electric trains. The Three Stooges. Jackie Gleason. Old-fashioned amusement parks and slideshows. Partying. And holy relics.
Is this guy using his website as an alternative to Match.com?
I don't know.
Because this is a fucking dating profile is what it
Yes.
is. Jesus.
So he likes to wear a big cross, go to the Coney Island, ride the rides.
I guess so.
Does he ever play any...
And he likes to party.
He likes to get drunk.
He
Put
likes
his
to get
cross
drunk.
on, ride
And he
the
has an
rides.
interest in holy relics, so he's gonna get all fucking... He's gonna get drunk as shit on ass pounder. And then, like, hey, did you see this crucifix? And he's gonna shake like a bronze cross at you for 20 minutes.
But he'll be wearing an Indiana Jones outfit while he does it, because he's a paleontologist.
Right.
He seems
Obviously.
to be, I have tried to be on board with this guy as much as possible, but then these things sort of happen, like paleontology. Obviously, he did a lot of his, his amateur films involved a lot of stop motion dinosaurs. So
Yeah.
obviously, Hell Squad. The other things about Hell Squad, because there's very little about this film. Of the 43 characters in this film, only 7 have names.
Nice.
Of those 7, none have both a first name and a last name.
Of course.
There's all first
It's a waste
names and
of
then there's
time.
a Colonel last name.
Colonel last name.
Yeah.
That's close enough.
Walter Cox is in this film.
We should infer what their full names are. We should go ahead and just make
them up.
based
Yeah.
off of their character.
Yeah. Walter Cox is in this film. You probably don't remember him from the less than smash hit Repo Jake.
Don't know that one.
I was hoping somebody was like Repo Man?
Yeah.
Or Repo, the symphonic, or what, the futuristic opera or whatever.
Right.
And it was going to be like, no, Repo Jake.
Who's... I know Repo Jake.
Which is 2 years.
Lives down the street. He's got a freaking tow truck. He's a real dick.
Yep. No, that's it on Hell Squad.
Nice. Well, the movie is on YouTube. Just go ahead and go to youtube.com and check out Hell Squad. We will be joined for it
Most hopefully by Carl.
Carl.
Carl is an expert on this film. It's his on his birthday every 2 or 3 years he forces everyone to watch this and Megaforce.
Yeah, Carl is
as a double feature.
one of the good viewers from the If We Made It podcast, part of that group, and the Roman, and a welcome addition to our show, and we look forward to it, and we look forward to seeing you the next time. This has been Stinger Madness. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper. Thank you for listening to Stinker Madness. If this is your first time, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll come back to listen more. But now, we'd like to ask all of our listeners for a small favor. We aren't ranking as high as we'd like, and we need your help. Would you please take just a couple of minutes to rate and review us on your preferred listening platform, be it iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever else you can. It takes many hours each week to bring you this show, and just a couple seconds of your time is a huge help for us. And for those of you that have already done this, we say thank you.